for today is about points, lines, and planes, a basic geometric concept and relationship. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to define point, line, and plane. Draw an object that can model three geometric concepts. Represent point, line, and plane using concrete and pictorial model. Let us have the first activity. Identifying models best illustrate the undefined terms. Which model best illustrate a long line? Is it a tip of a pen, a cord, or a paper? Is it A, B, or C? Yes, that's right. The cord or the wire best illustrates a long line. Next, how will you compare the hands of the clock at the following times? Look at the clock. Okay, the hands are different. They are in different positions. It forms angles. Okay, using Jamboard, answer the following questions. Number 1, how are you holding up during this quarantine? Number 2, how did COVID-19 affect your studies? And number 3, how coronavirus looks like. Below is the link of the Jamboard. You can type your answer in the Jamboard. Now, let us observe the picture. This is the figure of a virus or a bacteria. Now, let us identify the lines and points. Label it using a small letter, or you can encircle the lines and box the point using the Jamboard. Again, the link below is the Jamboard. Point, line, and plane, together with set, are the undefined terms that provide the starting place for geometry. We refer this word as undefined terms. The first undefined term is the point. The point is the most fundamental object in geometry. It represented by a dot and named by a capital letter. It has zero size, that is zero length, zero width, and zero height. A point can be thought of as a location. Consider your computer screen. If you place your finger on it, you have just identified a point. If you move your fingers to another place on your computer screen, then you have located another point. You use a capital letter whenever labeling a point in geometry. Points are located everywhere. Next one, the line. Straight line can be thought of as a connected set of infinitely many points. It extends infinitely far into opposite directions. It has infinite length, zero width, and zero height. Any 2 points on the line mean it. The symbol line with 2 arrows written on top of 2 letters is used to denote a line. A series of points is a line. Again, it extends in both directions indefinitely. You label a line by listing of the 2 points found on it. All points located on the same line are referred to as being collinear. These are the examples of line. The first line, this is line AB. It is written as line AB with the symbol line with 2 arrows. Second example, this is line L. The plane. Plane may be considered as an infinite set of points forming a connected flat surface extending infinitely far in all directions. It has infinite length, infinite width, and zero height or thickness. It is usually represented in drawings by a four-sided figure. A single capital letter is used to denote plane. The word plane is written with the letter so as not to be confused with the point. It is very important to note that the plane does not have any thickness. You label a plane simply with one capital letter or by naming three non-collinear points on the plane. These are the examples of plane, the plane R and plane P. Now, let us identify the following, if this is a point, line, or plane. First, tip of a needle. Is it a point, line, or plane? Right, that is a point. 2. Hair strand. Is it point, line, or plane? Yes, that is a line. Third, edge of the table. Is it point, line, or plane? Great. Again, that is a line. Fourth, roof. Is it point, line, or plane? That is a plane. Now, let us name three examples of the following: points, line, and plane. For the points, some of the examples are tip of the needle, tip of a pen, corner of the table, mole, pimple, and many more. For the line, some examples are cord, connector, hair strand, thread, earphone, and many more. For the plane, some examples are top of the table, wall, ceiling, door, floor, and many more. Okay, now, this is the summary. For the point, again, a geometric element that has 0 dimensions. For the symbol, it is written in capital letter. For the line, a line is a collection of points along a straight path with no endpoint. It is a series of points. It extends in both directions indefinitely. The symbol is the line with two arrows. Line segment. A line segment is a part of a line. It contains every point on the line between its endpoint. Almost the same with the line, but without arrow in two sides. The ray. A ray is a line with a single endpoint that goes on and on in one direction. It has one endpoint and extends in only one direction. So the symbol is this one. Last, the plane. The plane is a flat surface that extends infinitely. It is very important to note that the plane does not have any thickness. Again, you label a plane simply with one capital letter or by naming three non-collinear points on the plane. Okay, now let us name each figure using symbols. Number 1, how will you name this figure? We can name this figure as line CD or line DC. Number 2, how will you name this figure? You can name this figure as plane A. Number 3, how will you name this figure? We can name this figure as point R. Number 4, how will you name this figure?
This figure as line segment UV or line segment VU.
Number 5, how will you name this figure? We can name this as ray JK. Take note, we always start with the endpoint. Number 6, how will you name this figure? We can name this as plain LMN or plain MNL or plain NLM. Okay, now I think you're ready to have your sit work. So let us have your sit work number 1. For your sit work, copy and answer. Let us define the points line and plane. A point has no blanks. What is the easy definition of a point? What does it look like? How is it written? Number 2, a line extends in blank dimension. What is the easy definition of a line? What does it look like? And how is it written? And last, number 3, a plane extends in blank dimension. What is the easy definition of a plane? What does it look like? And how is it written? You may start answering your sit work. Good luck!